Current generation carries a weight that no other generation has carried before, not because it is more fragile, not because it has fewer resources, but because it faces a complexity without parallel in human history. And this complexity does not emerge only from accelerated scientific or technological advances, although these factors do contribute. The root is different. It is deeper. It is more uncomfortable to examine. There is a silent revolution happening, a generalized revolt against tradition. The majority of people today blame the past for the conditions in which they find themselves, as if tradition were the executioner, as if the foundations inherited from previous centuries were chains that prevent progress. This narrative has spread to such an extent that questioning its validity has become almost unthinkable. But here is the point that few stop to consider. The traditions that have survived time possess foundations in facts, and facts do not change easily. They do not change quickly. They do not change simply because we wish for them to change. The traditional substrate of civilization carries an essential idealism. This does not mean that all nations have been integral throughout history. It does not mean that all people are united in constructive endeavors. That never happened, but there has always existed an underground current, a foundation of integrity, a percentage of people who maintained strong convictions and lived according to them, or at least tried to live by them. This connecting thread traversed eras, survived empires, and resisted catastrophes, and from it emerged the fabric upon which modern life was built. Now, this foundation has become particularly uncomfortable to contemplate. Why? Because it demands something that the contemporary mentality rejects, a commitment to principles that transcend immediate interests. The current civilization does not want to re-establish the foundations of survival. It no longer believes in the Golden Rule. It speaks about it, it writes about it, it quotes it in speeches and documents. But when that rule enters into conflict with personal interests, when applying it means giving up some advantage, some gain, or some convenience, traditional integrity is forgotten. It is discarded. It is treated as an obstacle. Practically every great master of the past brought to traditional integrity. Each one, in his own way, did his best to call attention to the realities of values. Some were heard. Many were persecuted, others were martyred. But from that journey, from those lives dedicated to higher principles,